Hello guys, can someone please confirm whether I'm audible or not? Okay, so let's wait for 2 minutes and then we'll start. Let people join. Good evening, Sai. Good evening, Narayan. Hi, Imran. Let me share my screen. So let's start, guys. Okay. So, guys, yesterday we have started our smartphone session. There we went through what is smartphone. Okay, when it was invented, like on 1998. And after that we went through what's the difference between SAP script and smartphone. So we did some comparison, not much in deep. Okay, and then we have what is the advantage of smartphones. So this also we have seen like it's a good tool. We can do the web publishing. Okay, and it will help adapting. We can do drag and drop, all those things we can do with the help of smartphones, and it's easy to build. Then we saw the architecture, how the smartphone work, that we have one main program which gets the data from the database. Okay, and then we have smartphone which is also another object, and these two are get combined with the help of function module, which gets generated when we are activating the smartphone. A function module gets generated, and with that help we connect our program along with smartphone. And later on what we can do is we can print the data, or we can send to email ID, or we can send to fax machine also. Okay, so that's how we can print the smartphone, we can utilize it. And then we saw in the like introduction what is there in there, like maintenance window, navigation window, we have form printers. Okay, what is global data declaration, what is form interface. So this all thing we have seen in the PPT as well as uh, in the screen and SAP screen as well. Along with that, we have gone through what how many types of windows are available in SAP smartphone. So total four windows are there: main window, secondary window. These two windows we mostly work with. But if you want to make some copy of like original or duplicate copies, then that time we go with copy windows. And final window is used when you want to print some final amount, or we can say you want to print some notes at the last of the smartphone, like okay, some terms and condition, everything, so that you can do with the help of final windows. Okay, then we have not gone with the important notes, so that is not required. And I gave you an example what kind of form we can print. So if you want to print a bill similar to Airtel or your credit card bill or something like that, you can do this. Along with that, business to business, so sometimes they send the data or the shipment over the truck or any other courier. Then they want to print the purchase order or PR information or sales order. So all those things printing can be done based on that smartphone. We can design that. Okay, this was just one of the sample. We can create the debit and credit memo also. So the people who are from functional side, they know what is debit memo and credit memo. Why do we create it? Okay, because most of business they do not work on the case that okay, your item was faulty and then we need the return. So what they do is they just issue some debit memo or credit memo, and then later on that can be utilized to do the transaction. Okay, so this is all the introduction we have seen for the smartphone. And then we went to the smartphone. So let me share my screen of SAP. So yesterday we started creating the smart form also one by one. So why I'm giving you this example, so that you'll just rememorize so what we have done. And some people have not joined yesterday, so it is for them mostly. So the T code is smart forms. We have to go. Okay, there we can create the smart form. Here we can create the style and form both. So we have created one form which is G base to bill print. So what we are planning to do over here is we will print what we will print here is that we will print the invoice value along with the invoice item level data. We will print the customer data, some logo and your company address. Okay, and we'll design this it looks good. Okay, and that's what the requirement we get from the customer when we are working on. Okay, let me reshare my screen. Sometime it happens. Just let me know once it is visible. Yeah. So we designed this window page yesterday. So I told you what is page, what is window. So we have here secondary windows, main windows, copies windows, final windows, right? So that we can create. Most of the time we work on main window and secondary windows, but when we have to create a copy, we go with final window and sorry, copy window, and then final window we can use at the last once you're processing or your data you want to print something on final window. So that will also we see. Okay, that how to create this. So yesterday we uh, tried to print the address, printed the logo, which SAP logo, and invoice data we printed. So let's see that. Just execute. Let me take some number for the billing document number, which is invoice amount. Okay, or simply execute. I have not given any input. So if I give LP01 over here, then we can print it. Okay, see here the invoice number is coming, invoice amount is coming, and currency is coming. Okay, and the address which we have given hard coded, which is coming. We can also give the logic to send this address from our ADRC table. Okay, or the table which we are maintaining for customer master or vendor master. From there also we can send the address in the table data, and then we can print it. But currently we have used it the constant data address. Okay, this logo we have used our SAP created in SAP logo, but we can create our own logo. So for that we had a T code called SC78. So here we can create the logo. Just go here. Okay, click on the BMP. We get some option over here. If you want to print, create, upload some logo over here. Just give your logo name. Okay, but yesterday we have used the Enjoy logo that we can search and click on this display button. You can see if any that logo is available or which logo is available, or you can just do Control F4 also. It will give you the list of logos available. Okay, see Enjoy logo is available. If you want to search for some SAP logo and that what you want to use in your smartphone, that also you can search for. See these many logos for SAP is available. So if you want to see what it's gonna print, so just select the logo and click on this button, which is a print preview button. Okay, so that's how the logo will be printed, and we can use actually this name in our smartphone. Okay, and then that will be used. So I'll take this smartphone, and I'll show you also how to upload our own logo, so that you can create because the companies which they are working, you people are working, they wanted to upload their own logo, right? So here you can just go to logo window. We created right click and then created a graphic node over here, right? Graphic, then this node got created, and that we have name over here, right? So let me hide this window for now. So how we can do this with this button, form painter button. Now let's select that as p, just click F4. Okay, from here you can give the name, execute. That has come, and that's all. Enter, save it, check it, and activate it. So these are the three steps we developer to check and activate, right? Every time, if there should not be any error. Okay, so let's just execute. We are giving LP01 means we are going to see the preview only. Okay, how it looks like. So see here the SAP logo got printed. Okay, we can print the logo in the color also as well as in the black and white. Both the options are available. So for that we will have to upload the logo in both the format. Okay, if you want to print colored, then you have to print upload the colored logo, or black and white also possible. Okay, so for now we have printed three things over here, but it is not looking good. Okay, it's like it is coming this format and that format, so we'll have to do some kind of style. Okay, or I'll say the formatting or coloring, right? Or the bold, italic, something should be bold. That's why header or item level data. So that we'll have to do. So how we can do it? We have one T code called SE73. Okay, sorry, SE73. Here we can create our own, sorry, not SE73, smart styles. Okay, so I'll show you also how we can use a smart style T code and how to create it. Okay, so first let's go to the smart forms and do some R&D over there. What we can do? Okay, so now when we are printing this, okay, we are not giving any passing any value over here, right? We are just directly executing. Why? Because we have taken data for a single star, and whatever the value we are getting, we will print it, right? If you see here in the form definition, global definition, in the installation tab, we have not given any parameter like select single star, okay, which is also not a correct way to get the information from any table. We should not use single star, right? And as per the programming standard, but here we are using just for sample purpose. Okay, we will be writing this code actually in our normal report program, and from there we will call this, so that we'll see further. Okay, now I want to give my input, like I want to see only the value which I'm going to pass, right? So we can give the condition where bbln equals to, now you have to create some parameter, right? So how do you create the parameters in the function module, guys? So we have seen this smart form generate one function module, right? So see here, okay, it is not allowing me to do that, so let me just do this for now and just activate. So it's generate one function module automatically, right? So if you want to pass some value to this function module, how do we create it? How do we pass the value to function module? Can you write in the comment section, guys? Guys, make it fast, guys. We'll start. Okay. So we pass the values with the help of our import parameters, right? We give the parameters, and then inside the import parameters, the value whatever you're passing, you will be writing the code for that, right? Over here in the export source code, and then you will export the data based on the data logic which you have written, right? So similar way, we have to create one parameter in the smart form to accept the values, and then we can call for some input. Okay, so how we can create it, that we have to see for now. Okay, so we have to go to interface, right? I told you in the starting that if you are going to get some value from outside or this function module, how do we get it from the interface? Interface means we are going to make a connection between this smartphone and with the report program which we are going to create, right? And then here we will be accessing that data. So let's create one parameter imvbln, which is import parameter vbln type vbln. Okay, now if I just save it, okay, and here we can see there are two options. Okay, options by pass by value or option. So if you give this optional, then no need to give this pass this value. Okay, but if you are not checking this box, right, in the function module also we can make the field mandatory. So similar way we can do here also. So let's activate it, and then let's generate the smart form. Now if I just execute this function module, see, one text box is coming over here. Now it's asking for some value. Okay, and that we have not given as optional. It is mandatory to pass the value over here. So if I just execute, see, it will not allow me to go. Okay, it will give me some error. See, right, if I just again go and write some logic over here, we are not passing some value, it will not give the proper data to us, right? 000, because we have not passed that. So this is compulsory value. So let me give some invoice number over here. So I'll copy one invoice number from VBRK table. Okay, I'm not sharing that screen again, so that I need to switch the screen many times. Okay, I'll just copy it and will display over here. Okay, so I have copied one number which is 900111702. Okay, based on this billing document number, which is VBLN number, we will be printing the input. Now it will not print anything. Why? Because we have not passed that value to our query, right? Our query is still deactivate. So what we will do is we'll go to the change mode. Okay, go to the definition, and then in the code initialization we will be writing this query that select single star from VBRK table, okay, into this global structure, okay, where VBLN equals to my VBL number is coming into IM underscore VBLN. So that is the perfect query, right? We write in the report programs also. So if you check the syntax, it will say that global definition means in this global definition, right? In this tab, not able to see anything. Guys, screen is visible. You need to change your pixel to 720, please, and then let me know if you are still not visible. Guys, can you confirm if my screen is visible? Okay. Then what we have to do is that it is saying that IMVPLN is not, they are not able to identify. Either it should be there in the global data, but it is not a variable. It's a input parameter, right? So it should go to the initialization tab and then input parameter. Like yesterday we saw what is the output parameter. We are going to display this as a output, right? And this is my input. So input should go to the input parameter. So here we will pass this input parameter in the global definition, okay? Now we are declaring in the global definition that this is my input parameter. I will be getting the data from here and then I'll be using it in my queries. Now let's check the syntax. See, there is no error. Okay. So we have now created this as a dynamic query. Whatever number we are going to pass, we will see the output for that. Okay. And that should be the real case, right? We are not printing any label or something like predefined value. Okay, I have given the wrong BBLN here. Let me just copy the number again. So we'll give this number and execute. Okay. So we'll give the print as LP01. Click on this print preview button. Beautiful. Okay. So we are able to see the value for that invoice number. This is my invoice amount. This is my USD. Okay. Now if you see here, this is amount field. This is not coming properly. It should come over here, right? So just because the invoice amount will be of type some 16 character or something, right? Let's see the type for that. Go to SS11. Give VBRK F7. Okay. What was the field name? NETWR. It is a currency 15. Okay. So it's occupying the total place which is there, right? Now we have to make it look better. So how we can do it? See, smart form is all about look actually. Okay. You have to make it beautifully framed, every places, all the elements one by one. Okay. And that's why we create the smart form and we can print many things. Okay. So this is my invoice data, right? These are my secondary windows which we have created, 1 2 3 4 secondary windows. Then where we have printed the invoice in here, right? In the invoice data we have printed this number. See here, if you see, you have given all in the same place. Okay, if we have gone in the same place, if we just post some extra space over here, okay, and let's see the output, how it's gonna look like. Okay, just execute, give the number, okay, give the LP01. See here, it is coming, that column is coming from here. Earlier it was coming from here, right? So even if you're giving a single space also, okay, that also matters sometime. So the spaces also you have to give very you should be in mind that you are designing the things, okay, like our HTML page and everything, and it should be in the sequence. Okay, if you want to give one, if you have requirement to give anywhere, that's fine, but if you do not have, then you have to go in the sync actually. Okay, so now if you are seeing the output currently, the amount is field is not coming properly. If you might have observed that, right? It is coming very far from the column, right? Let me show it again. See, it is coming over here. My invoice number is starting from here. My currency is starting from here, but my amount field is coming here. It should come from here, right? That should also, then it will look good, right? So how we can achieve this? Okay. So what we have to do here is we have to convert this to some data type with some character or number. Okay, so I'll be creating one variable. Okay, what we can do is go to global definition. So again, go to the initialization tab. Okay, then what's the field name here? So the field name here is GSVBRK, and I think NETWR. This is my field which I'm going to convert. There are two ways you can do it here, right? How do we assign the values? So first we need some variable to hold this value, right? So where do we create the variable, guys? In the global data, right? all the variables, table type, structure, anything which you are going to create, you have to do over here. All the interface related thing which is going to accept the data which is coming from the smart form, all those you have to do in the interface. Okay, so we will create one variable called gb amount over here, then type. So the length was 15. Okay, so I'll take care 20 maximum. Okay, this will suffice the purpose. So total character 20, it can hold it. Now let's go to the initializing tab. Okay, now what we do is how to give the value in the gb underscore amount equals to, we can do this, right? GSVBRK and NETWR. Guys, we can do this, right? GB amount equals to GCS network. It will accept all the value which is similar to this data type or less than, right? We have given 20 and the value here is 15. It should accept or reject, guys. Kindly say accept or reject in the comment section, please. Let's be more interactive. Say it will accept or reject, guys. If you know the programming, if you are knowing, you are ABAP developer, you will be knowing this. Correct, it will accept the value, right? So let's just check the syntax now. Okay, now it says global definition is unknown. So you can see, guys, here it says global definition is unknown. So like earlier I told you, whatever the field, table, work area, structure which you are going to use in this section, right? So you have to tell these two parameters, either it's an input or either it's a output. Okay, it can be input or it can be output. Okay, so what is our GB amount field over here? What is our GB amount field? It is, we are going to use it for display purpose, right? Display purpose means we are going to display, it's an output, so it will go to this section. So you have to sometime remember the sections also. Okay, that what is this field gonna do, whatever you're getting. Now let's check the syntax. It's gone. Okay, it is gone. Now let's see, and now we will replace this value in the that window and we will use this field. Okay, GB amount. Okay, just go to that element. Okay, click here, this button, text editor. Okay, a window will open up. This is our graphical window. Then go to change editor and replace this value. We do not want this value. Now we will use the variable. Okay, and then what we will do, let the last ampersand. So now let's check whether it's gonna work, or first do the syntax check. Sometime the name which we are giving, sometime it does not accept. Okay, just give me a moment, guys. Sorry, I got one an important message actually, so I have to reply. Yeah, so let's try to print this. Okay, you just activate, execute. Okay, execute, give the BBLN number. So I just copy it, execute, give the printer. See, still it is having same issue. Still it is having the same issue, right? It is still printing over here. So now we have to remove the space, and I'll tell you why we have used the correct thing. Okay, so after assigning the value to that global variable, okay, what we have to do is we have to use the keyword. Which keyword? Condense. So we have to use the keyword condense. Okay, so that extra gap can be removed, so no gap. Okay, why we did not use directly on this field? Okay, so if you know, guys, that condense keyword is a string kind of variable. Okay, and if I just what we can do is we can just simply copy this code, comment it. Okay, and for your purpose I will show whether we can condense this field directly or not. Okay, just copy it, condense this field, and then no gaps. Okay, okay. So now let's check. Okay, check the syntax. See, it will give us the error. Any t var, which is our field, must be a character like object. So we cannot convert or we cannot condense the extra spaces. So what we did is we first converted it to the character type, and then we condense the space for that character type field, which is our GB amount. Okay, before using the GB amount, always clear it. Okay, so that it will not hold the garbage value. Save it, check now. Now it will not give any error. Why? Because it's a character kind of field. So this is one way we have to do it, guys, when we are going to deal with quantity and sometime amount field. So we, in most of the forms, we always deal with this. Okay, so this was bit urgent, important to explain here. Give the number LP01. Now if you see here, now it is inline. You can see it inline. Yeah, so that was our purpose to do it. Okay, now it is coming in all one thing, it is coming, right? So it's looking good. Now it is not going very stressed. Okay. Yes, Gaurav, we need to remove the initial spaces. Correct. So with the help of condense, we did it. Okay. Now that is one way we are assigning the value. Okay. One more statement we can use. There is one statement called write statement. Okay. So we can write this value. Okay. We do not use the equal sign over here. Mostly we use the write. Okay. To, and then we give this field. Okay. This is also one way we can assign the value into this variable. So we are writing this value to this GB amount. Okay. So that is also possible. Sometimes the value is not filled or something, then write statement will work properly. So if we give this, okay, so that will also give us the same output. If I just activate, give that function value, uh, give the number BBLN number, okay, save it. See here, this, again it is coming same only. Okay, why we are seeing this comma over here? It should be dot, right? So for that we will have to change some parameter in the settings, I guess, right? Go to settings, then we can change our way to display it, right? Comma to dot. So where do we change that? Some user settings we have, pattern, I guess. No. Workbench journal, no. Okay, for there is one setting actually we have to do, make the format, and there's one T code also we can use, uh, U03 something. I'm not able to recollect now, so we can change that also. Okay, we can change this comma to dot as per our logic. Okay, so now we are seeing this thing right in the smart form. I'm going very detailed level one by one so that you understand how to develop the things, how to make it step by step. Okay, now we have done that. Now if you want to put some boxes over here, okay, you want to put some boxes over here, like this should come in one box because we have given the windows, right? So similar to that, one box should come also come. Okay, how we can do that here? How we can do that here? So let's go to the smart form again page. Okay, so this is our page and these are our windows, right? Secondary windows, uh, main windows. We have not touched the main window yet. We'll go to that. Okay, then coming to the page. Okay, so what you have to do is select the window. Okay, now we have selected the window. Go to the output options, and here we are seeing the preview. Can you see this over here, guys? Preview. Here it says that's how my window is looking like. It is blank. Okay, and it does not have any border available currently. Okay, border means that left side line, right side line, down line, and up line. So if you want to give that line, you can do it one by one. Like select this page first. Okay, and give these buttons 1 2 3. So based on your thing you can give thing, else you can, if you want to give whole box directly, you can click this button one time. Okay, and then it is asking you to give the spacing or the width. So I want to give spacing for 2 points. Okay, we can give in centimeters, we can give in inches. Okay, so that much big line or border will be coming. So I'm giving only points. Okay, here. So points is more than enough. Okay, so you check these settings one by one. What are the settings here? See here. Now can you see the difference over here? When I give the 2 points, it is coming very bold. Okay, if I give 1 points, you have to just put a stretch. See, it is coming less. If I give 3 points, right? See, that's how my box will look like. Let's see that. Okay, then you will understand more. Yeah, SU3, correct, Vinay. Sometimes we are not able to recollect everything. So for that, Google is still available. We can use that. But thanks for your answer. Okay, it is not coming. Why it is not coming? We give the 3 border. Okay, let's give one once. Okay, because we have given in the wrong window. Nothing is printed over there. So let's do this in the invoice window once. Okay, click on the window and click on this button. See, everything is filled. Okay, give the 3 points over here and then activate it. If you just execute, give the number, the our invoice number. Okay, give the printer name LP01, execute. See, you can see the box over here, guys. See, that's not looking good, right? So we give mostly very thinner line, right? Thinner line. So that we can go with one more option available called TW. Okay, if you just press F4, here you have TW available. Okay, so go with this line and let's check how it's gonna look like. So very thin line will come and we can just use it in our smart forms. So based on your requirement, like when we are printing the QR code or barcode, that time you can use this very uh, bold line. Okay, but normally we do not use. See, now it is coming very thin line, which is coming, right? So that's the beauty of that box actually that we can do. Now let's do it for all the things. One, two. Let's do for everything. Okay. So we will use a 1 point TW for all the windows. So just go here, change it to TW. Okay. Now let's go for this one also. Address window. First select the window. Okay. First and then click on this button. This will be open. Give the 1 TW. Next logo window. Select this window. Okay. From here, this is we can just single click and then click on this button. Okay, and then go for 1 TW. Now if you just activate the smart form, you will be able to see all the windows will have boxes. Okay, if you want to give very big line, that you can give. Okay, the thinner a border line, very depth, a very highlighted like a bold line, that also possible. Okay, from there itself, give the LP01 and execute. Now can we see here? It's printing, right? It's printing over here. Now we have not printed the customer information, which window which we have created. So let's work on the customer information. So guys, I'll tell you what we have learned for now. Okay, I'll just use this initialization or a form routine for this purpose. Okay, so just star. If I just want to write some code here. Okay, 1 second. I'll use this to make you understand which all logic we have completed. Okay, create secondary window. We have created a secondary window, right? Then next what we did is we printed print logo. Okay, then what we did next is print invoice header data from taking the data from by taking the data from DB and import parameter, right? Then what we did is give the boxes, right? Box or lines on window. What else we did? Remove the spacing from field value by using local or global variable. Okay, so this much we have learned for so far. Then what we'll do next is print customer information with help of template. Okay, so guys, this is very important topic actually. Many interviewer ask this question, and most of the firms use this part of piece of code actually. So if you are designing some layout for our Flipkart kind of bill, okay, like we get the bill on the screen, so that there we use the template. Or if someone wants to print some kind of label, there also they can use some template. Okay, so the template is bit important. There are two concepts in SAP we mostly do with and SMARTFORM. One is template and the second one is table. Okay, so people ask what's the difference between template and table. So this interview question everywhere people ask. Okay, so whenever I attend an interview or any other people they attend the interview, first question it is say they have worked on the SMARTFORM, so they ask mostly what's the difference between table and template. Okay, so I'll show you one by one, then we'll see the template or that thing. So for customer information we will use a template. Template is our static data kind of thing. Okay, static data, or we can say, okay, means first we have to design the template there, and how many rows you want to print, how many data you have to print. Okay, so you know understand the rows and columns, right? So let me go, okay, the PPT ones. Let me go to the PPT ones so that it will be more clear. Mm, Smart forms, allow. Okay. So we will go with the topic called template. Guys, it is bit important, that's why I came to PPT to make you understand more. Okay, templates, and then we have next is table. Okay, here only I will make you understand both the concept. What is template and what is table? Okay, tables. Okay, so then these are the two concepts we finally use in our smart form. And why do we use it, when do we use it? So guys, when you know you are going to print the fixed data. Okay, fixed data means like I for the customer. Okay, so you want to print some customer information. Okay, you want to print some customer information. What information you want to print? Customer name. Okay, you want to print the information like in this way, like customer name, mobile number, email, and the address. Okay, so if you are, you know that thing already in the mind or in the logic that you want to print only four information. Okay, for this customer. So first should be name, second should be the mobile number, third should be the email, fourth should be the address. Okay, and one customer can have only one name, right? It cannot have two names or three names or four names, so that rows will be increased, right? Only have one mobile number at a time can use. Okay, if you want to append the data, that's very fine, we can append two fields data and display in one, that's a different thing. Email ID, a customer can have only one email ID. Address, he can have only one address. But coming to the data, okay, coming to the data, when we are going to print some item level data. So yesterday guys I have asked you, do you know the concept of purchase order and purchase item? So what do we do there actually? Okay, what we do there in this table format is, let me just remove this again, add it again, insert. We'll take only three fields, okay, for now. Okay, so what we do is item number, right, which is material item number, which can be 10, 20, right, 30 and 40 and go on, right? Then we have item material, or we can say uh, yeah, material number. Material number can be 1112 something, anything it can be, right? We can give any material number over here which is coming from the data. Then material description, right? Then description can be, it can be pen, it can be paper. Okay, It can be some any stationery book, or it can be some sketch paper or a wax. Okay, it can be anything. Now you can see the difference over here. Now we don't know. I can have 50 line item also. I can have 60 line item also. I can have 80, 100, 200 lines can be there for single purchase order. Correct, guys? So in that case, we go with the table, and the table thing we call it as dynamic data. Okay, but template, once you fixed it, okay, you fix it for only one customer. One customer can be printed over here. Then here, if you want to print multiple customer, then you have to go with the tables. Okay, static means only one line item at a time you can print in the template, and it is fixed. Table means we can have multiple line items over there, and it is not fixed, it is dynamic. So that is the main difference you have to give to the interviewer, or when you are working on also, that time it will help. So now when the user or that function asks you to design the smart form, okay, saying I need to print the customer information only for this PO, okay, you can go for template. He says I want to print all the customer information which is there for that PO. All means like it can have 5, it can have 10, it can have 15, it can have any number of customers. That time you have to go with table data when you don't know how many are available. Okay, guys, are we clear with this concept? When to use the template, when to use the table? Guys, say yes or no so that I'll move again. And if you have question, we can take it up right away. Great. Because this is very important topic actually. Okay, when you are designing the smart form, same thing comes in the Adobe also, but in different way. So in future I might take the Adobe form session as well for you guys. Okay, so if you want to print only one value one time, one value one, then we go for template. But when we want to print multiple values, when we don't know the numbers, then go with the tables. Okay, when we are fixed with the numbers, go with the template. So that's called static, this is called dynamic. Okay, so let's now we want to print the customer information, right, in the SAP thing. Then we'll use the template. Okay, now let's see how to use the template. It is a bit tricky, but not difficult. So I'll go to the SAP screen again. Just give me a moment. Okay, so now let's create the template. Okay, now let's create the template. So how do we create the template? Okay, so where are we going to print the customer information? In the customer window, right? Currently it is blank. We can see there is nothing in that folder, right? Then just right click on this window, click on create, and how to print for the same customer multiple address. You can have multiple windows, there you can print it. Okay, oh, that depends on the thing. You can create multiple lines also, like we are creating right now only one customer one name. Okay, you can create two thing also, that is also possible. Okay, but you should hold the data. Now we are going to click on the template part. See these elements, we'll see everything one by one. So we have seen the text, we have seen the graphic, we have seen the window. Okay, now we are going with template. See, as we have created, clicked on the template thing. Okay, we can see again it is asking us to design. Like when we went to this page, right, it was asking us to design the page in the form painter. See here, we design this page in the form painter, right? In the similar manner, now we have to design our template also in this window. Okay, see here, if we just hide this one now, now it is asking us to design again. So what we have to design over here? Okay, so let me just increase the size first to some 50 or 75% so that it will be more clear. Can you guys see this? You have to bit concentrate on that part. Okay, now we have to design our template. Okay, so how the template will look like, we saw in the PPT, right? We need only two columns, one for my header type of data. So the second one is my data, which is the customer name, which is coming from the table data. Okay, so how many columns we require total? Let me count it there in the PPT. 1 2 3 4 customer name, mobile number, email and address. Okay, so first you have to do is click on this pencil. Can you see this pencil, guys? There's one pencil coming up. So you have to first click on this pencil, then see, if you just coming here, the one pencil is hovering over here, you can see. Then in this column, what we have to do is go to the left side first. Okay, or what we can do is first let's create the dividers, like how many columns you know need. So I needed only two columns, so just go on the top of this page and click OK once. Click on and draw here like that. See, you can see any line is drawn over here. Can you see the line over here, guys? Say yes or no. So now we have given, like, I need only two columns. One is my this column and my second one is my this column. We need only two columns, right? One here we will write name, address and label thing. Here we'll print the data this side. Okay. Now how many rows we need, right? We saw this in the column and rows, right? Let me share it again so that people are not confused. Just it will take 1 more minute. Okay. Now if I just go here, okay, let me just take it up, X and paste, X and paste here. Guys, this is one row, this is second row, this is third row, this is fourth row, this is fifth row, right? We call it as a row, right? ROW, row. So the technical people already know this, what is row, what is column. Let me just again write it down. Okay, this is my row this side, and this we call it as a column, right? Column. So how many columns do we have? We have two columns. We have to design only two columns, right? We have to design only two columns. Two column is, one is my this one my this one, right? C1 and C2, which is my column. And row, how many? One row, two row, three row, four rows. Total four rows we have to create. So we'll do the same in the smart form as well. Okay, now let's go to the smart form. So first we have divided into two parts. This is my column one, this is my column two. Now let's create the rows. So total how many rows we needed? Total four rows. So you have to go to the left side. You can see this dotted. Let me just enlarge it a little more. 100 is not okay. 150, 25. Yeah, can you see these dotted lines over here, right? You can see the dotted line. Just click on any of the dotted line and just click and see. You can see some screen is coming. Yeah, see, total two rows are created. How many rows we want? Four. So just click on the pencil again and then draw and then again. How many columns, rows we can see? One, two, three, right? Then we needed one more. Then we can click on again. Now we can see total one. Just click on the pencil so that it will not be in edit mode. Now we can select these. See, one, two, three, four, right? And then these are my row data, which is what we are going to use. Okay. So let's use this. Okay. Now we have created our design. Okay. Next, what you have to do here is you have to go to this detail section. Okay. You can go to the detail section over here, and here also you can see the same thing. What is the height you have given? What is the second height for the second column you have given, and third number? All those things you can see here. So now let's give the name over here. Okay, this I'm using for customer name. Okay, guys, these things are patience thing. Okay, we charge customer a lot for the smartphone printing, right? We give the a very high efforts for the thing. That's the reason it takes time. So what was the first thing? Customer name, then mobile number. Okay, then next thing which we had is you can click on this one to go down. Okay, all the fields. Do not just press space or the down button, it will not work. You have to click on this button to go down. Now third one was customer underscore email. Okay, and then go to the next one. Then last one was customer underscore address. Okay, we are going to print four things. Can you see something over here, guys? Can you see It is asking from 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 2 something. What is that number actually? Okay, what is this number actually? So it says that it's going to be printed on the first row. This is second row. Okay, this is going to be third row, and this is going to be fourth row. Similar way we have to create it. And can you see guys over here that some setting, this is my column bits. Okay, so we have created two columns, right? One is going to hold the label, second is going to hold the data. So my total bits is 3.64, 3.33. Guys, you have to be bit thing. Okay, and the sum of these two, the sum of these two fields should be equal to the total length of my window. So what is the length of my window over here? Customer information window. If you want to see the length over here, how can we see? From here, 6.97. Okay, we can reduce the size of the template, but we cannot reduce the size of customer now, because now we have created the template. Okay, and it might misbehave. So that is the reason now we can see here we are going to print the information. Okay, so let's print it. How we will print the data? We have seen how do we print anything in the smartphone. Guys, how do we print anything in the smartphone? If you are going to print anything, how did we print the address? How did we print the invoice data? How do we print anything in the smartphone? Which element we use to print anything in the smartphone? Can you write in the comment section? I'm waiting, guys. Okay, fine. I'll tell you. So to print anything in the smartphone, you need a text element. See here, we use the text element yesterday, right? So we keep the number over here, right? Invoice number and then the value of that invoice amount and the value of that, right? Yeah, Gaurav, that is also correct. That's the way how we pass the value. No, no, the element I'm asking, the node I'm asking. So we have to use the text element to print the things. Okay. So that might be the question people might ask you, how do you print anything? You can say with the help of text element we can print. Okay. Or you can use a logo or graphic thing, that is also possible. Okay. So we'll have to create a text element for this template. See, it is blank currently. Okay. It is not, if I have used this, just save it and activate it. Let's see what it does. Okay. I have just created it. Let's activate it. Give some number for BBL, and we have not written the logic right now to get the customer information, right? So there's no use of going there. Now we have to write the logic first to get the customer information. Okay, where do we write the information logic? We have to write in the global definition, right? For now, because we are not passing anything from the program. Okay, once we pass a information or the logic or data from this program, we will remove this code from here. Okay, and everything will be there in the report programs. Okay, so let's get the value of customer. Okay, so select uh, single star from what's the customer table name is KNA1, right, into GS underscore KNA1. Why I'm using GS KNA1? Because we are not going to print multiple values at a time. I'm going to use one value which customer is available in the BVRK. So we'll see that. Okay, and what's the table key? I remember from is fine, into is fine, where. Okay, where corner, this is the customer name field equals to, I forgot the field in BBRK, but let's see. Okay, we'll pass the customer information from BBRK we are taking. Okay, the same value we'll pass over here. So GS underscore BBRK hyphen, I forgot the field name, so let's see that in the BBRK table. What's the table? Okay, so let's go to SE11. Okay, give the SE16 11 or XE11, give BBRK display, control F, customer. Okay, we have Konda. This is price group customer, customer group. No, we need the customer name or number at least. So next we'll go customer group. No, no. Okay, something KUN Kunak or something. Yeah. See here we have These two are available, Konark and Konark. So it can be used anyone, any field we can use. Either it can be Konark or it can be Konark. Okay. So let's see which value they are maintaining in this system. Okay. The same we can use in your program. So go to IC69, give any building document type, no problem. Okay. Just double click on any of the record. How do we search the field? Just double click on any of the record. Control find over here. Give the field name KUNN. Okay, KUN only. See, they are maintaining some value for Konark R311. Okay, and this is also same. See, both the fields having same value. Okay, so we will use KUNRG field only in our smartphone. Let's go back to smartphone. SE69. Let's cross verify this value in KNA1 table as well. What kind of value they are maintaining over here in the KNA1 table? Are they having RG some number or value? Okay, they have some customer value something, but let's see if RG some value is maintained or not. Okay, because it's a test server, guys, we cannot. Okay, let's go to SE16N again, because they might have maintained the data correctly or not. We are not sure. So just execute. Take some billing document number. Double click on that, and we'll search again KUN R311. Okay, let's give this value in KNA1. This is the idea, like I'm just verifying that if we are giving this value, it should not fail. Okay, we should have some data for this. I think we have a customer called R311. Yes, so some this customer is available, so we can use it. Okay, we can use it. Let's go to the smartphone. See, if data is not available, if we passed it, then it will no use, right, guys? So that is what reason I'm already checking it in front of you only, so that you are also sure how to check the fields and how to check the mapping. Okay, if you are giving the information, how will you check the mapping? Okay, so this field we have to use KU and RG. Okay, let's go to smartphone. Go to change mode, go to global definition, go to the initialization tab. Okay, and give this value as this one, Q and RG. Okay, save it. Now this should hold the value. If the value is found, then we will get the value in GSKNA1. Okay, let's check whether we are getting the value or not here in the smartphone. I put a breakpoint, just check it. It should give me an error. Guys, why it is giving me the error? Can anyone tell me why it is giving me the error? Why it is giving me the error, guys? Anyone, guys? Why it is giving me the error? Can you write in the comment section what we have to do to resolve this? Guys, I'm waiting for your inputs. Why we are getting this error? What? Because you have seen this error already, right? Yeah, Janita says not defined global definition. Okay, so I'll define this as my customer information in the global data. Okay, then type KNA1 only we are using. Okay, then let's go to the initialization, and it is still giving me the error. Why it is still giving me the error? Yeah, Apeksha says we should define in the output section. That's correct actually. So once it is defined and you are going to use it, we have to define it in the output section also, because we are passing this as a output, right? So we need to define over here. And now let's check if any syntax error. No, the error has gone. Now it is, we can use this. Okay, we can use this in our element, in the pages or anywhere you want to use this data, we can use it. Okay, now let's activate it and first see whether we are getting the data here or not, or any error is there. Okay, I'll just pass some BBLN number, and we'll see in the debug mode, okay, how it is flowing, so that you are also sure how to debug the things. Okay, so I have given this number, execute in the LP01. Now it will open the debug mode. Okay, so let me share the screen to you guys again, the debug screen. Okay, so if you just click on the GSKNA1, double click on that, go to the desktop tree. So guys, here we can see the runtime values, right? That is one of the very powerful use of debugger, that if you want to see the runtime values, you can see here. Otherwise, everything you will have to print on your output screen. Okay, we are getting the input data, right? Customer number is there. This is the land one, is in this country. This is the name. Okay, this is some city. This is postcode. This is telephone number. Okay, I think most of the things are maintained for this thing. So let's try to print this information in our table. Okay, guys, you have to be bit more conscious now. Okay, because it is bit tough to design the template. Okay, why I'm saying tough is, let's see. Okay, so where are we going to print the information? In the customer window, right? Expand it. Now we have created the template. That's fine. Now we are going to give everything in the text element. Okay, so what is our first field name? What is our first field name? Okay, so our first field name is customer name, right? And what are we going to print here? We are going to print a label. Okay, label means the left side information, which is not dynamic, which is not coming from the table data, which is we are doing the what we are doing over here, we are giving manually, right? It should be the customer name. Okay, it should be the customer name. Then what is the second thing? Second thing is click on create. Second thing is customer mobile number, right? So we can give the label here, customer. We see we can use this window also, and we can go to this editor also. Both are fine. Okay, if you're comfortable with editor, go to the editor, and here you can do this thing. See, customer mobile number. Okay, and from there also we can do. Both the place it is okay. Okay, what's the third thing which you have to print is customer. And let me check, email. Okay, customer mail. So this will be printed. Okay, and here I'll just give, why I'm giving the name on the top, otherwise we will see it is coming text 2, text 3, text 4, text 5, likewise, right? So we should give some name, so that it is when you are going again to this window, you can see it. Now when we are building a very high so many things in this smart home, right? Sometime we'll get lost actually, that where we have written the code, where we have designed this. So try to give the name as much as possible. Okay, now these three things we have done. Now we have one more thing available, so which we are going to create is address, right? Customer address, or I'll just write address, that's all. Okay, address. So what we have created by now? Okay, what we have created by now is we have created four things. Okay, so let me share it again. We are designing the template, guys. Okay, so we have to design it one by one. Okay, file name is incorrect. Okay, I'll see that. Okay, the screen is stuck. Okay, I'll see that also. So what we are designing like this. These many things should be available. Okay, only this part. You can see this part. Only this part we are designing. Okay, customer name, mobile, email address. Only this much part we are designing. Can you see in my screen, guys? We are designing this part only. Okay, so left side we have designed. Now we have to design the right side, which is going to store the value or hold the values, right, at the runtime. So we have to design that. The screen is stuck. Okay, mm, guys, is my screen again there? Can you see my screen again? So I'll share my SAP screen. Can you see my SAP screen, guys? Looks like some network issue again. Yeah, just give me a moment. I'm changing it again. Allow. Yeah, just be there, please. Let me check why that is coming. Yeah, now it's working. Okay. Okay. So we have designed the left side part. Okay. We are just giving the things already. Now we have to design the text element to hold the values also, right? The KNA1 value which we have given in the global definition, right? So the values which are coming in this structure, right? GSK and even we have to give something to hold this value also, right? So how will this hold the value again? So again we will have to create one text element. Okay, we will have to create one text element. Okay, so what is this one? This is my address. This is my thing. So how do we give the values over here? How do we give the values over here? If you have seen that yesterday or today also, if you want to give some label or something over here, normally you can write anything, but if you want to give some values for the text element, either you have to go to this plus symbol, okay, or go to this change editor and then give inside the ampersand mark. Okay, both the things I'll show you one by one. So for value, if you want to give value, you have to click on the plus symbol, okay, and give here gskna1. What is the address field name? Let me take it from my table, KNA1. Okay, customer name is R311. I'll not change the screen again, guys, otherwise it will stuck again. So just let me take it. Address I can take city one. Okay, I'll paste the city as an address. So the field name is ORT01. Okay, the field name is ORT01. So I'll be using this field as an address. Okay, you can give the combined multiple address 1, address 2, address 3, address 4, and then you can use it in here. Okay, so ORT01, how to give that value? We have to give it inside the ampersand, right? So that is a basic thing we should know, and then click on OK thing. Now we have printed what address we have printed. What is our next? Email, right? We can go upside down also and downside upside. There is no sequence on that, no problem, because we are going to define the template. We are going to tell, okay, that where this value is going to be printed. Okay, so now coming to the email. So what is the field for the email? You have to click again one more text, right, guys? So what is the value for the email? It can be, let me take it from the email section, if they are printed there or not. Looks like there is no email available here. Let me search in the field label, mail. No. Okay, so guys, email thing is not applicable. Okay, it's not there in the KNA1 table, but if you want to take it, you can take it from ADRC also. There also there's some term. So in place of email, what we can print actually? We can print the fax number. Okay, let's take the fax number in place of email. Okay, if you have there in your system, you can use it. Okay, so I'll use the fax number as a email. So the field name for that is TLFX. So GS underscore KNA1 hyphen TLFX, and then we can give inside this step. Okay, now we have used two fields. Okay, now we have third field called mobile number, right? We again need one more. We have to create one more text element over here. Okay, and then what we have to give is value. So now I'm not using the plus symbol. Let's go to the editor so that you are knowing both the things. Okay, one by one. Go to the change editor. Okay, and here simply you can give ampersand gskna1 hyphen. What's the field name for mobile number? It should be, I think, tlf1. So let me take it from the table. Yeah, tlf1. Okay, so when you are working for a long time, guys, in some module, then you will be knowing most of the table field name also. Okay, So TLF1 I am giving it, so it will accept. If the field exists in this structure, it will accept, otherwise we will get the error over here itself. Okay, now we have to print the customer name also. So create and the text, create experiment, and then here we will print the customer name. What is the customer name field name in the table? So it should be name1. Okay, the field name is name1. Go to this editor, go to change editor. Okay, and give the ampersand gs underscore kna1. Okay, see, this word does not matter if you are giving small or capital, does not matter here. Okay, if the things are exist, automatically it gets converted. Okay, and we can see in the, okay, the value will be available. So try to give the capital or small, anything which is you want to give. Okay, sorry guys. Now we have, we want to use 4 fields. We have used the 4 fields. Okay, now let's save it. And here there is one concept come actually. Now we are going to design that template. So we have created this. Let me just open the SMARTFORM PPT again guys for you. Okay, we want to print this, right? We want to print this. Copy. Let's go to the new table, new slide. Okay, now we are printing this much information. Let me remove this for now. Okay, and delete this column because this is not required. You got understood, I guess, right? So I can delete this, or just mm, this one should be some option to delete these lines. Okay, it is, I'm not getting. Then what we can do, leave it. Okay, just leave this, ignore this line. Okay, kindly ignore this line for now. Or I can merge actually, I guess, merge cells. No, that will not work. Okay, I can merge these 2 cells so that we look one more. Yeah, we are going to print something like that now, right? So let me create one table over here. That is bit important. How many fields we are taking? 4 fields, right? How many columns? 2 columns. Now guys, I need your bit of attention to understand this thing, and it will be more easy for you also. This is my row, right? This is my row. This is my column first, which we call it as C. Okay, and then this is my row, right? Let me copy it, and these are my row. So guys, I have one question, that if I want to know the position of this row or this row or this row, so if you go to the Excel sheet, right, we have Excels, and then we have position block, right? A1, B1, C1, D1. Likewise, similar way here also we have a positions for all the values. Okay, if I'm going to ask you, one of you, let's suppose it's Janita. If I ask you, I want to traverse to column number 2 and row number 3. So which position you are going to say to me, sir, this is that location. So what you will go first is column number 2. So what is your column number 2 is here, right? This is my column number 2. And what is the row number 3? So 2, 1, 2 and 3. So this is my row number 3, right? So that's how we define the things. Okay. So how do we are going to define column 1? This is my row 1, right? This is my column 2 and row 1. Correct guys? This is my column 1 and then row 2. Correct? This is my second row and column first. Similar way, this is my column 2 and row 2 also. Correct guys? Here, if I come here, this is my column 1, but row 3. This is my third row. Here, it is my column 2 and row 3. Okay? This is how the Excel also works, right? If you might have seen in the Excel, how are you going to define these columns, okay? Or the at a particular position you are going to do something, okay? This is my column 1, row 4, okay? And this is my column 2, row 4. So total we have 8 elements available. Similar, we have also created 8 elements in our smart forms, guys, right? So now we have to tell the position in the smart form. Where are we going to print what? Okay, what is my column, what is my row, what is my column, what is my row. So we have to print the information based on these. Okay, so if you have one more column or row, then it will be column 3, okay, or row 1, C3 R1. Similar way, C2 R4, C2 R4. Yeah, so correct, that should be C2 R4. Yeah, okay. So we have to design. So here we are printing all the labels, the predefined value, customer name, mobile number, email, address, or whatever. Here we are going to get the exact value we are getting from the table data in the GSK name, right? Similar way you can also do in your requirements, guys. Okay, so let's design this. Okay, so be there with me. It needs bit of attention to understand column and row part. Okay, maybe developer has to do a lot of things. Okay, sometime we does not get the proper requirement also, we have to understand our own. Okay, so what is my first thing? My first thing is my name. Okay, my name is my first thing, which is going to be coming column 1 and row 1. Let me share my screen again in case it is not flowing back. One sec. Let me know once. Okay, it is available. Yeah, just be there. I'm sharing again. Yes. Okay, now we came to this screen, right? So I'm going to print my customer name on the first column, on first row, right? C1 R1, right, guys? So what we have to do is we have to go to its properties, output option. Okay, and after coming to the output option, we have to go down here. You can see here, and then here it's asking what is a line, what is a column. Line means row only. Okay, row or line is same thing, but column is same. So my line is first, correct, guys? My column also first. Okay, we are printing that here. Enter. Okay, now where should this value, where is this value? Here, right? Where is going to print? So it is also going to print in column line 1 and column number 2, means right side, right? We had two columns available, right? We had two columns available. So first one is, then right side is there. We are going to print the data here, right? The next one is my mobile number header. Now we are going to print it in the line number 2 and column number 1 only. We are coming into the second line now. Okay, and then same column. For that value we will go to the next side. Okay, that which is line number 2 and row number 2, column number 2. Okay, guys, you have to be bit more there. Okay, so then only email, I'm going to print my email in the my third line. Third line is my email line, and first line it should print the column. Okay, 2 1. Where's the 2 1? Mm, so it's 1 1 1 2, that's fine. Then we have 2 1, that's fine, and that should be 2 2, that's fine. The next one is 3 1, that's fine, and then it should be 3 2. Yeah, that's correct only actually for now. Let's see. Okay, no screen, guys. Can any other people see there's no screen? Yeah, it is visible, guys. So I think you can come back and join, please. And this is my label for address actually. Where this going to print? On my line number 4, but column number first only. And where's the value should print? Value should print on the line number 4, but column is second column, right side column. Okay, so that we are defined now. Okay, this now our design is complete. Okay, where are we going to display what we have designed that thing? Now let's write the value. How do we write the value? How do we write the value? Go to the general attribute. Okay, here we have already given the name one, right? Okay, we have already write the value over here, so no need to write. Let's try and check whether the values are getting print or not. Okay, so now let's save this, check this, and activate this. Okay, it's activated. Activate the run the function module and give some invoice number, billing invoice. Let me take any number from the BBRK table. The problem with my laptop, I cannot share multi screens here actually. I'm using the web browser, and that's the reason. Okay, I'm working on that part so that I can share all the screen to you guys, so that no need to move again and again. Okay, so I've copied this billing document number. Now let's execute. Give the LP01, execute. Okay, the debugger is opening, so I'll not use the debugger because we already had the data. Beautiful. Okay, can you see the data, guys, over the screen? We are able to see the data. Okay, we are able to see the data. This is the customer name, this is the customer mobile number, this is email. We printed the fax number, so that's why we are getting the fax number. Okay, the address we printed the ORT01, which is our city name. Okay, we can change the field name as per your requirement. You just change the field name and then but if you see here, that line which we put it over here, it is not coming, or any line is not coming, which is not getting separated. Can you see, guys, that thing? So there is still some improvement we have to do in that designing. Okay, we are not seeing that separate line which we have created in the first, right? That we are going to separate this, and we separated multiple columns, so those lines are not coming. So let's go back, okay, and do that. See, I could have done that, sir, but you should know actually why it does not come and why how it can come actually. So I did it purposefully, and so that you are aware how to do or change that thing. Okay. Now let's go to our template. Okay. For that we will have to go to our template. Okay. Now these are all. If you see, let me just increase the size bit more if possible. So you can see some more. Yeah, I think it will be more clear now when you are seeing the screen, or let me make it more. Guys, change your pixels to 720 pixel so that it will be more clear to you guys as well. If you see here, these all are coming dotted line, right? And that is the reason it is coming blank. So we have to now fill this as a box like we did for this windows, right? Similar way, you have to fill this with a box. So how will you fill this with box? So for that, the SAP Smartphone has given us this feature over here. Can you see these features? See, can you see these features over here like outer frame, inner frame, left frame? If you want to print left side only, then you can go for the left side. If you want to print right side only, go for the right side frame. If you want to print only upside, go for the upside print, right? If you want to print for lower frame, you can go for the lower frame. So SAP has given us this thing. Okay. So now let's do this. Okay. What we are going to use? Which one we are going to use? Uh, we are going to use inner frame first. Okay, then click here, then click on the frame again. So we are filling everything from the inside first, this left side and then right side we are going to use. Okay, so just use it here one by one and click on again this plus button. Okay, now come to this side, fill this also, fill this also. See, that box was coming because we have given the box for the total window, right? We have not given anything for this template. That's the reason the box was coming, but insert line also has to come, right? So let's activate it and check now. Okay, execute it. Okay, give the build document number, give the printer, and simply execute it. Okay, it has gone for debug mode. Let me just execute. Okay, it is still not coming, guys. Can you see here? We have given the dotted and the, that thing lines also, but still it is not coming. We are not able to see the borders. Let's go back again. Let's do some more thing actually. So if you see here, still there is no change actually. You can see there is no change still. Okay, so we have to give a border actually. How to give that border? Upper frame, lower frame, and then can you see here now? You can see some value. If I give the left side, we have to give, right? We have to give left side. Okay, we have to give left side over here as well. We have to give left side over here, and the right side also we have to give. Okay, we have to give the right side. Just give me a moment to do that. So this option is there. First highlight that field which you are going to use and then give the right side thing. Okay, and then we can give the border. Okay, I think it should suffice the purpose. Okay, now give the top and up, give the only top. Guys, we are designing it, so it's all about design actually, how you are going to design your thing actually. Okay, like web designing, but it's easier than web designing. Okay, just have to know the concept. You should know what all things are required to design this. Okay, and then you will be able to do it. Just check it, save it, and activate it. Okay, let's execute. Okay, let's see whether it's going to print the value or not. LP01 we will give. Excellent. Okay, so guys, we can see right now, we can see the border is coming, right? We can see some divider is coming between these, between the columns, and that's how you can give the dividers. But still it is not looking good, right guys? It is not looking good. It should have some space. It should have some space over here, and this extra column thing is not coming. So we need to design it accordingly. See, I can do it in one shot guys, but it will not give you the learning. Okay, so when you are going to do this, you should know what all changes are there, and if you do not do that, what will happen? How do we do that? Okay, I can design the whole smart form in one shot, but that will not give you a learning. It will give you that I have done something. Okay, but you will not learn actually. That's the reason I'm going one by one step. How we create it, how the like a fresher who is going to create the smart form, what all challenges he might see, and how will he resolve it. Okay, now we can see this is not coming correctly. Do you guys know what was the size of this window, guys? Height. So we had given some stretch this window, and there was some height actually, and the width, right? Height and width, two things we measure, right? Height and width. So it is coming in the single height only. Like whatever the height we have given for the like page, it is coming till. Still, we can print something here. Eh? If you don't want to print something, okay, either you just reduce the height of this window, or you can stretch this information. Okay, so let's do that and make it more better actually. Okay, how we can do it here? So let me just reduce the size because we are not going to use it now. We have done the designing, we have given the borders, we have given the field name, everything is fine. So guys, now you have to understand one concept here. What is the height and width of this window? So the width is 694. Width means from left to right how much space it is covering in the page. And what is the height means from up to down how much it is having. So if I go to the page here, right, here we have designed the window. This is my total size, right, from left to right 6, from up to down total 4 height, right? So we have to use the total 4 height in the when we are printing the information. Okay, so how we can do it? Just go to the template again. Okay, go to the template. We came to this again designing page. Here can you see this button over here, details? Either you just stretch one by one. Okay, either you can do that, but it will not give you the proper sizing information. Okay, so what was the total size of our window? It was some height. If we'll say my total size of this window was, if you go in the output screen, which is height is 4.40 and centimeter. Okay, and how many columns we have created? Total 4. Okay, so if I just, I'll not open the calculator. I want to see some place where I can write something. Yeah, let's write in the global definition only, form routines, so that I don't have to switch the window. Okay, now total width is, right, total width equals to this 4.40. I'll mark it as point. And how many columns we have or rows we have? Okay, rows, how many we have? 4. It means if I'm going to use the total window, total this window, and I have only 4 rows, okay, then how much one row can use total? Equals to 4.40, right? Divide by 4 means it somewhere will be 1.1. Correct, guys? So if you are in centimeter, it can use 1.1 centimeter for one row, and the second row can also use a 1.1 centimeter, third, so that the whole window will be filled. I hope you are guys with me. Okay, so we'll give 1.1 centimeter for all the windows. Where we have to give? Go to the templates. Okay, go to the details, and it says this is your width. Okay, width I'm not going to touch, but what I'm worried about is my height. Okay, my height I want to change. So what I'll do here is, we can see here, right, column width and column height width. This is first column width, this is second column width. This is my height actually. How much height you want to give? And this is in mm. You can give in the cm also, guys. Okay, so cm, I want to give my height as 1.1. Okay, the second one also 1.1 I'll give cm. And if you want to go for the third field, click on this button, go to 1.1 cm again. Okay, change it and go to the last one, 1.1 cm again. Okay, and click anywhere. Okay, click, go to the table painter again. You can see this got stretched automatically with the same size. Now my all the rows will look like same size. Just save it and check whether it's gonna work or not. The same way you can also do in your smart forms when you're printing the labels, okay, or the templates. So let me give some VBLN number from the table data. Okay, just execute it. Give the printer name LP01, print preview. Okay, and then it will show us the output. Can you see, guys? All windows are there in the same similar size from top to bottom. Okay, and it is coming with header also, but still it is, all the data is looking like odd actually. It is it's coming directly from the line. I want some space over here, right? I want some, at least some pinch of space, so that my data looks clear. If I, we can print this value also. How we can print? If you want to store it in your PDF or somewhere, okay, for your testing, or you want to send it for your functional or your client, that this is how my printer is gonna work, this is how my smart form look like, then you can send this also to your smart your thing. How will you do it? Go to the command here. Okay, PDF, you can write PDF and this explanatory mark, and click enter. A new window will pop up. See, it is asking to allow, and it will give you the window to store it, or directly one PDF will be generated. Okay, so guys, you might not be able to see my screen because I don't have a Adobe thing, okay, installed over here. So it has created one PDF and I can see in my browser. So if you, I want to show it to with you, just be there. Hmm, no, that's not the window. Yes, see here, the PDF got generated. Okay, and you can see it here. That's how my form will look like. Okay, still it is not that much code actually. If you are going to send this to customer, he will cry, and we might not get good feedback. Okay, still we have to design it, like make it colorful, make it bold, alignment. Okay, or we are going very slow so that you understand everything, guys. Okay, do not make it hurry. And then let's go back to our main screen, and so that we design it correctly. Okay, so if I click over here, allow, go back. So now let's design our page correctly. Okay, so there is one concept comes, designing the page. Okay, if you click on the form painter, Now we have to align our windows. Okay, guys, shall we continue or shall we discuss this in next session? Because it's almost 1.5 hour. You people are still there. Shall we continue or see in the next session, guys? As per your input, I'll continue. Next class, Janita says next. Let's see some other response also. Continue. Let's see two or three more. Continue. Okay, it's even now. Both the things. Two continue. Two next. I'll describe one more input. Guys, one more input, please. I know it not easy for everyone to take 2 hours lecture. Okay, guys. Then I think let's see this on tomorrow same time. Not possible, sir. Tomorrow we'll take it on upcoming weekend, Saturday, and I think in next two session we'll complete everything. Okay. Then let's meet on Monday, guys. On the upcoming Saturday, we'll continue this from there. Okay. Thanks all for joining. Have a good day.